Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Prophecy of Pendor with Arya. Now, we are currently in the middle of basically doing a bunch of glorified chores for some of the nobles in the kingdoms of the Deshar Principality and Feardsvain, respectively, because all the other factions on the map hate our guts. As a result of us being a descendant of the Kings of Pendor, they don't particularly like that little aspect. And I've gone ahead and off-camera picked up a couple of other missions just to get the ball rolling a little bit. We have to, 1, deliver a message to the Jarl Adelsten Goldtooth, who was at Feardsvain last time the quest giver heard of it, and do a little bit of tax collection, to which we'll be able to keep 1/5 of said taxes from the town of Ushu, and I think we're gonna do that one first, just because the two are rather far apart, and we have more time to deliver the letter. Than we do to collect the taxes, so I'll go do this one first. Besides, the tax collection thing... Oh fuck, slavers. Run. Run away! Let me into your castle. I'm going to hide from the slavers inside the castle for a little bit. There we go. Thank you. As I was saying, the tax collection thing gets us actual money. Knights of the Ebony Gauntlet. Fuck. Yeah. I'm sorry, guys, but we might outnumber them basically 2-1, but these questing knights, from what I can tell, are definitely on the high end of difficulty. Possibly Deserters level, if we're comparing it to the vanilla game, and I am nowhere near ready to go up against that, so it's time to retreat. We'll leave one soldier behind and run away like a little bitch. Sorry, guys. And my party's morale keeps plummeting. For now, let's upgrade these Feardsvain militia to... recruits, rather, to militia. And I'm getting some halfway decent troops, so eventually I may be able to go up against those guys. But also, Arya herself is now capable of upgrading. But first, let's head down to the city of Torba. I'm going to visit the tavern, see what's up here. Maybe we'll find a bloody companion, because I am just not finding those guys. Sorry about that. Minor stutter there. Leslie, Richard, Alyssa. Who are you people? Quartermaster, eh? Am I in need of a quartermaster skilled in distributing and procuring supplies? Well, we have a few points in foraging, or whatever it's called, I don't really remember. But having someone who specializes in that would help our supply lines a long way. It would help our supply lines quite a bit, especially when we start getting a larger army, so that I don't have to literally buy food every 3 days. Because I witnessed that once when I tried roving around with an army of like 200 in my Rose game, off camera, to lay siege to a couple of Serenid towns. And unfortunately, that meant my food supply I was used to running with, which was like a up to 9 mix of bread and grain, ran out so fast I literally had to buy food within days of getting an army that large, which was not particularly fun. But yeah, we might be interested. Are you a military quartermaster or a trader looking to change jobs? I'm primarily a trader, and my name is Leslie. A sad turn of events has stranded me here, with barely a dinar to my name and no way of returning home. Several months ago, my brother and I sailed from Barclay across the Western Sea. We came to Pendor to buy Noldor artifacts, with the idea of making a profit by trading along the way. Our caravan was attacked outside Laria by a Jatu warband. My brother and our caravan guards were no match for the ferocity of the Jatu. I was the only survivor, and they took me prisoner with overtly nefarious intentions. Yeah, I don't think we have to guess what those nefarious intentions were, to be honest. And I'm not going to outright say it. Because YouTube would probably block this video or something if I did, knowing them. Anyways. Shortly thereafter, the Jatu were vanquished by an adventuring company, and I was freed. Now I'm stranded here, with no money and no family to help me. Well, perhaps I could offer you work. Can you fight? Well, I'm not a soldier by trade, but I can usually discourage the odd lowlife who's too interested in my bonus. I'm a fast learner, I can ride, and I know trading and prices. You won't find a more conscientious... I don't know why that word is so hard for me to say. You won't find a more conscientious quartermaster anywhere. Well, that's a start. I doubt your armor-covered bonus will provoke much interest. Good, give me a few minutes to prepare and I'll be ready to move. And we have our first companion. Hooray! Leslie joins the group. And I did say I wanted to get into trading as a part of this playthrough, and I'm sticking by that. There's a couple other people in here also who could potentially be companions. We'll see. And if any of them end up pissed at each other and just buggering off to do other things, oh well, we had them for a while at least.
Hail and well met.
That's just the trade. That is just the ransom broker. Alyssa, eh? Greetings. Do you seek skilled soldiers for your company? You speak like a damned snake priestess. I trust you are not one. You correctly identify my accent. I am Alyssa, a former serpent cult priestess. But the operative word is former. They tell me I was taken in by the Empire as a baby, but my only memories are of the cult. I have forsaken the snake cult, and shall never rejoin them. If you have fought my cult, you know how skilled at arms we priestesses are. I am in deadly danger from my cult. I must join a strong commander. There is safety in numbers for me. I will add that I have few reservations about fighting members of my cult. After all, they will feel no compunctions about killing me now that I have left them. In terms of my accommodation within your troop, you should know that we of the snake cult are vegetarians and prefer organic food. I will eat no meat and I do not drink wine. I understand how my fellow serpent cultists think and can aid your strategies against them, as well as assisting you in combating them. Alright, but if I recruit you and see even one sign of snakish behavior, you are out on your ass. We clear? I shall endeavor to restrain what you term my snakish behavior if I join you, though if you arouse my snakish temper, well, surely you can see the benefit to having one of my sort in your company. Alright, this is against my better judgment, but I'll take you on. Arya, I must insist you pay me 2,000 dinars for an enlistment bonus, as I must pay some debts before I depart with your troop. Okay, it's a lot of money, but we can afford it, and having another companion on our team would be helpful. Here you go. Good, give me a few moments to prepare, and I'll be ready to move. And let me just say, I am never doing that snake voice again, because that was absolute murder on my throat, so no. Just no. I did it for the introductory dialogue, but from here on out, Alyssa gets the normal voice. We'll move these two up, and Alyssa starts with a horse, which is very nice, but Leslie does not. Speaking of Leslie, she doesn't have very good equipment. Yeah, a dress, some boots, and a couple knives. I can't give her that armor, unfortunately. Her strength is not enough, but I can give her a sword and shield. And those tattered boots, and the arming cap for her head. I'll head into town and buy her some basic armor until I can get her strength up to 8. Speaking of strength, yeah, right now she's strength 6. I'll have to gain her a couple of levels to deal with that. And in addition, let's see here, we have 1,455 dinars now. Not great, but not terrible either. Let's see here. Marketplace, horse merchant. The only horse we could get her is a little bit too expensive right now and would really drain my funds. I'll sell that stuff off for a good 70 dinars though, and let's see. Get me the cheapest bit of armor you guys have. The cheapest bit of armor they have is still 1,100. No thanks. Leslie is going to have to do without armor for now. And I'm going to do something that I started doing near the end of the Rose campaign. Oh, they have a little bit more of an expanded set of groups by default. That's nice. I'm going to assign her to the companions group, along with Alyssa. Because in my experience, and it may be different in this mod, companions have a tendency to get knocked the fuck out very often, so I prefer to have them just following me around as, like, my personal bodyguard of a sort. That just, in my experience, works better. But I'm also going to rename the group, because companions, I don't like that as the name, even if it is what they are. I'm going to call it Guard. If we ever become an actual monarch in our own right, then I'll change that to Royal Guard, but for now it's just Guard. Speaking of, I have a level up to take care of, so let's do that. And for now, more points into one-handed. Actually, no, I don't want more Weapon Master just yet. Let's see. Where should this point go? I think a little more into Trainer wouldn't be bad, so we can train our troops up a little. And I'm going to put a point into Charisma. Our Charisma is still fairly low, and even if we don't really need to raise the level of experience, the number of troops we can command at this moment in time, starting to get that up right now would be quite handy. And that'll let us command 2 more troops, so we'll be heavily investing into that in the long term. when we want to get a larger force, but not just yet. For now, I'll put a bunch of points into one-handed and the rest into two-handed, because I want to start using pole arms at some point or other. Let's see. Let's just double check where the tax place is. Yeah, it's right over here. It's just farmers. No biggie then. Death Seekers. How about no? I think no is a perfectly viable response to their existence, if you ask me. But right, now I'm gonna save the game. I mean, I generally don't have too many crashes in this game, but better safe than sorry, I always say, which is part of the reason why I back up my saves so much, just in case things go wrong. Right. I still need to replenish a few losses from one of those battles I had last episode, so I'll recruit a few volunteers from here. Plus, I don't have any Dishar men in my force yet. I should fix that. I have 1,485 dinars currently, and I spend 44 a week on army upkeep. So,
God be with you, kind sir.
Sorry, guys. I wanted to enter your village, not speak to you. And now, it's time for us to collect our taxes. After we check our supply situation, and we are doing fine for supplies. We're down one piece of bread, but that's it, and I'm not going to go buying salt here. I should probably do some trade at some point or another, but not yet. And we're not going to buy trade goods from a village. We're going to want to buy low and sell high, and I doubt 200 counts as low for salt. Although it might do. I should really check that. So, let's collect those taxes. And Leslie is the one who's doing the estimation for collecting taxes and stuff, because she has a massive 6 trade skill, compared to us, who only have 3. And Arya is probably going to be getting along quite well with Leslie, because we can discuss the merchant-turned-bard thing that we had going back in Barclay with her, and find a kindred spirit of sorts, which will be nice. But collecting taxes is going to take 2 days, so let's get on it. We've barely collected anything, but apparently the locals are getting uppity. Hey, I'm not here to be nice. I'm here to collect a paycheck. And you owe your lord taxes you've not been paying. So I'm afraid your opinion means diddly squat to me. Sorry, not sorry. And we collected the 3,992 dinars is owed in taxes. And unsurprisingly, the village is not too big a fan of us right now. So now we need to visit Nabi Bay and return the taxes. I mean, theoretically, we could just keep them and never report in. We could just keep the taxes and never let him know that we had completed the mission, but that feels like the sort of thing that he would know about, and angering a noble just for some spare coins does not seem like a very smart decision, if you ask me. Let's see. Haji Nabi Bey. I just want to make sure I get the name right. Now let's go to the castle. Doesn't look like he's here. Does not. That's the seneschal, who we apparently cannot speak to ask the Lord's location. It seems awfully dumb to me. If you're the seneschal, then you're running stuff around here when the Lord isn't out and about, so I should be able to ask you where he is. Anyways. There we go. I need to find Nabi Bey, so let's talk to this guy. This guy's a bastard, but whatever, we'll ignore that. Nabi Bey, close to Sherquila. Okay, and do you have anything for me to do? He wants me to provoke a war with the kingdom of Sarleon. Okay, I'm not opposed to the idea. I mean, the Sarleon people already hate me, or their nobles do anyways, so I have nothing against getting someone else to dogpile on them. Why not? It's good to hear someone who understands. As a matter of fact, there is something we can do, Arya. A little bit of provocation. One of our war parties managed to enter their territory and pillage one of their caravans or raided one of their villages, and perhaps left behind a little token or two of the Dishar Principality, and they would have ample cause to declare war on us. And then, well, even the cowards among us must rise to defend themselves. So what do you say? Are you interested? Yes, an excellent plan indeed. Count me in. Very good. A raid on a caravan, or if you can't manage that, an attack on one of their villages should do the trick. Good luck and good hunting. Set the borders aflame. Yeah, they've basically given me justification to go loot and burn a village or two. Meaning, we are going to have some quite nice goods to sell at the market and turn a handy profit from that. Which is, of course, a good reason to do that sort of thing, right? We have 30 days to pull that off. But for now, we have to deliver this message to Nabi Bey that we have finished his assignment. Yeah, here's your taxes, 3,992 dinars. And as promised, you can keep a fifth of the taxes, so we get 799 dinars for that. And he likes us more. Good, good. Anything else? No, he doesn't need our help right now, but that guy was quite generous. And we're now up to 2,284 dinars. And I can upgrade a few of my men, including we have a Dishar Hunter now. Nice. And we are up to 18 Fierdsvain Militia. So, at this stage, I actually don't know which nation's units are better than which other nations, so I'm just kind of guessing, basically. So, if you know that any better, then please let me know. Next, we have this mission up in Fierdsvain territory that's going to take us all the way to Yavik's home. That's going to be where I go next, I think. Questing knights are following me. God damn it. I'm gonna have to leave men behind again, aren't I? Or not. Looks like they saw the large local armies roving around and decided it was not worth the bother. Heretic sacrifice kidnappers? Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. And who should chase them off but Sarleon? Well, you guys are dicks, and I'm gonna be provoking a war with you soon, but thanks for getting that annoyance off my ass. And yes, I know the reason they hate me is because of that whole Heir of Pendor thing, but I'm still gonna be giving them shit. It's just how I do things, you know? And Leslie's feeling talkative, apparently. Yavik's home's where my brother and I landed when we first arrived in Pendor. Our hopes were so high and we couldn't wait to start traveling and trading. Huh, funny, I also arrived at Yavik's home, Leslie. We could have missed each other by just a couple of days, wouldn't that be funny? But why don't you tell me more about that? You'll say the Fjordsvaners are barbarians, but they have good heads for trade. People up and down the coast grow flax, which they weave into linen. Can't compete with Janos silks and velvets as a luxury fabric, but it makes good summertime wear, as well as sails for ships. Linen was one of the few goods that someone else in Pendor wasn't already making. My brother and I had saffron, cinnamon, cloves, pepper, and other spices, and a chest full of dinars. From Yavik's home we traveled towards Laria to trade for Noldor artifacts and pottery. We estimated that even if we couldn't find artifacts, we could buy linens, fur, velvet, iron, and wool, the extra horses to carry them back to Yavik's home, and still make a profit. If only we'd taken the Jatu into account. Well, if wishes were fishes, and all that. Yeah. Aldistain Goldtooth. Is he in here? Doesn't look to be. There is a lord present, but not Mr. Goldtooth. Let's see. Hi. Always remember to temper your valor with mercy, your courage with honor. Well, this guy's kinda nice. Let's see if he knows where Goldtooth is. Close to Jayek, or I don't know how you pronounce any of this Nordic stuff, because these guys, based on what I can tell, are kind of supposed to be taking the place of the Nords from the vanilla game, but I could be wrong about that. But while we're here, do you have any tasks for me? He does not. Okay. Over by Jayek. There he is. Let's deliver the letter and be on our way. Hey. And another one of those pricks who are doing the "you are a woman, therefore should not be fighting on the battlefield" people. Even though, according to the game's mechanics, you can... there's not especially a societal limitation based on gender. Obviously, some of the lords are going to think lower of a woman, regardless of that. Anyways, back to the matter at hand. I bring a message from Caliph Bahman. There we go. 7 dinars. 7 fucking dinars. You, sir, are a bastard. No. Do you have any tasks for me? Let's see. His son's been taken prisoner by the Deshar principalities. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sorry, the rescue prisoner missions always go horribly wrong with me, so... If I tried that, it would not end well. It really would not. Let's see if this particular lord has a mission for us. I'm just basically going around mission hunting right now. And what do you know? We have just met the King of Fierdsvain. I sort of skimmed through the dialogue because a lot of the stuff with lords is rather copy and paste, so I don't bother to read it much. Let's see if he has any tasks for us. A group of marauders have established a hideout in this area. Find and destroy the lair. And it will be somewhere along the coastline. Okay, so basically the equivalent to Sea Raiders. Well, it's gonna be a bit on the tricky side, but I am gonna give that a go, I think. Later, though. For now, I have a war to provoke. I have a war to provoke. Mowbray and Asgard would be ideal targets. They might be near a castle, but it would be fairly easy to run away if things went badly. So, before I go all hostile McHostile face on them, let's just check. Yeah, I have plenty of inventory space for the loot and plunder I am no doubt going to accumulate. Let's get to it. Take a hostile action. Loot and burn the village. The villagers are not too keen to go along, so I need to up my numbers a little, perhaps. I would like to provoke said war. But I need to be able to pull this off. Yeah, the villagers here in Belmont Fair are more inclined to go along. We found the pansies of the local Sarleon villages, and I'm going to take advantage of that. Say goodbye to your village. They scatter and run before us, and the village is at my mercy. Plunder it and then raise it. Oh yes. Goodbye. Also, I lose honor. Because we are pillaging somewhere that I am not at war with. We lose honor and we lose right to rule. Going to have to work on that if I want to be king of this place eventually. I'm guessing the fact that we also lose right to rule in addition to honor from sacking villages of a faction I am not at war with is to discourage you from just doing village farming and plundering village after village to gain massive amounts of gold in the early game. I'm guessing it's to avoid that. But hey, a job's a job. And we are getting some very lucrative goods. Spices, tools, salt, furs, iron, linen, dyes, wool cloth, hides, dates, ale, pottery. I'll leave the food for last. Well, since there's nothing else to pick up, then I may as well grab the food. Okay. No, actually, keep the smoked fish. Right, yeah. Very well done indeed, but I'm not gonna go around looting additional villages. It's there. And Leslie is not too fond of the fact that we're doing village looting. I hate it when we attack innocent villagers. Maybe I ought to be harder, but if we could show a little mercy from time to time, I'd sleep better. I do not want us to be like the Jatu who revel in killing. Yeah. Hopefully I won't have to do that too often, Leslie. Or at the very least, I won't end up attacking other factions who we are not actually in a war against. Very often would be more accurate. And this is another case when I'm afraid we'll have to run, because heretics, we are in no way prepared to be going up against heretics. Alyssa does not like that. Okay, Alyssa.
Ah, good. Strip off your clothes and come over to this altar. Come now, I haven't got all day.
Okay, Alyssa, if you would like to hold off the heretics single-handedly, be my guest. Somehow, I don't think you would enjoy that. Oh, fucking heretics. I'm sorry for the consistent having to retreat, guys, but it's fucking heretics. They would eat me for breakfast and then shit out the remains. There is no way fighting those guys would not go badly, I'm sorry. But my morale is getting down there, so I'm going to have to find some recruits who could do a better job. Sorry, let's phrase that right. I'm going to have to find myself some weak enemies to beat up on to restore morale, essentially. For now, though, I have a lot of goods here. I should probably go and find somewhere where they'll sell for the best prices, but to be perfectly honest, the sheer quantity of them, among other things, means they sell for enough that I don't really need to do that. There. I'm losing like 24 dinars in that transaction. It's not a big deal. And all those goods down there I don't need. Plus, a lot of it is foods that will expire, so no reason to hold on to that stuff. And some spices. And that fruit. We'll also keep 2 smoked fish. The last one can go. Let's see. 20, 42, 43, 14. The horses here that I could get are definitely better than my current one. Unfortunately, I need a higher riding to use. So, for now, I will sell that, receive another 3,200 dinars, now up to about 9,000 after that little pillaging expedition, which is very nice indeed. Unfortunately, like I said, I don't think Leslie would be able to use any of those horses, but what have they got for armor? Because while I wait for Leslie to be good enough to use that armor, I'd like to get her at least something. Let's see. Slightly better than that if I can. I could spend 3,000 on that, but that requires strength 8 as to that, so she wouldn't be able to wear it anyhow. She's strength 6, so I have to bear that in mind. Sturdy, rich outfit. Okay, Leslie, you can have that. I'll take the Rusty Feared's Vein. Actually, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna take the Silver Mist Helm with Mail for myself. And eventually Leslie can have that once she's a bit better. What's 5, 6, 8, 5. I would love to get something like that for the head armor, but it's not an option. Yeah, there we go. Down 3,000 dinars, but we still have like 6 grand, so that's nice. Leslie, I've got some stuff for you. Well, a thing, more like. There you go. Now you look like an actual proper member of this party. Unfortunately, you can't use the helmet just yet, which is an awful shame. Next, though, Leslie, I'm going to need to get you a horse. Because Alyssa has a horse. You need one as well. Alyssa also has a spear. And throwing spears, so I should have thought to check that. We need to get Alyssa a proper weapon. But first, let me check her stats. Show me your skills. 1 in power strike, 6 in power throw, so her having spears makes a degree of sense, but I want her to have a sword just in case the enemy closes to close range so she can actually fight them effectively. Over to the marketplace, and we will give them a dress. I'm sure they're as baffled and confused as anything when I hand them a dress as part of my payment for what I'm after. And they only have the high level blades. That is very annoying. I could give her a chipped dagger, but frankly I'd rather not. We'll hold off getting Alyssa a sword for now. And I'm going to start to head down south. Okay, we'll let the heretics deal with the raiders for us. And in the meantime, I'll head down here to Valenbray. Yes. Never thought of that before, but since the heretics are hostile to literally everyone, including other hostile factions, we can use them to take out said hostile factions. Which does make a degree of sense, admittedly. But now, let's go to the horse merchant, and actually, before I do that, I should actually double check what Leslie's riding skill is, so I don't get a horse that she can't use. Let's see, she has a riding skill of 2. So we can just buy her any mid-tier horse and it'll be fine. marketplace. Horse merchant. Heavy step horse. That'll put us out 2,200 dinars, but Leslie will finally have a horse. So all of my party members will also be riding. There we go. That's a horse for Leslie. It's a horse for Leslie. Now, Jahangir Khan, where are you? Lord of Adakalan. That's quite the distance to travel to give him the news. I think we'll hold off for now. But at the moment, our morale is pretty low, so I need to find some bandits that I can beat up. Yeah, one of my recruits just deserted the army. Our morale's gotten pretty low because I had to run away from those heretics a lot. I'll get a few more recruits. To run away from a lot of heretics, which didn't help morale at all. Fucking heretics. They just exist to piss me off, is my interpretation, really. Raiders, can we take a range check on that battle, guys? I don't feel like I'm ready to go up against them. Not at this point in time. Oh fuck, that is a lot of raiders. Get me to the castle. Anyways, I think this is where we leave it, with us cowering inside this wooden castle from those raiders, who we are in no way prepared to deal with, which is unfortunate considering that I, kind of without thinking, took a mission to clear out one of their hideouts. Maybe the fact that we'll only be fighting a couple of them at a time in the hideout and we can deal with them bit by bit will make that easier if I manage to find it, but I don't know. So, join me next time to see where we go from here. See you then, everybody.